So, guys, once again, I'm back with another interview. And today we have a very special guest, director Simon Aeby of film Diary of a Woman. It's an English movie releasing this Friday in India, actually. So first of all, welcome to India, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
What exactly inspired you to make a film on such kind of theme, which is based on LGBTQ?
It is an experience I had when I was a little boy, about 15 years old. A very close friend of mine killed himself. He actually strangled himself. And he always struggled, with his gender identity, didn't know. I mean, he was a boy, obviously, but he always veered towards the female side. And this experience I actually kept in the back of my mind. And much later on, when I was starting to become a filmmaker, the theme came up. And I thought about, before gender identity was a big issue in the media, I thought about making a movie about just this event, about a man who in his mid-40s, actually starts to question his identity as a man and slowly transitions into a woman. And it was very difficult to find a suitable actor. And then I knew him, I actually met him about 25 years ago. But he was an actor in Switzerland, quite famous actor, in fact. And I approached him, I said, Marcel, would you be willing to play this very controversial role? Nobody's supporting this movie. We didn't get money from Switzerland because, first of all, because of the topic, and second, because it was an English language movie. So we started to produce it and direct it, with a very small team of just 4 people. Him, director of photography, and me. And it took us almost 10 years to finish it.
Great. So, how easy or tough was it to find an actor to play this character? It's really challenging.
It's very challenging. And the difficult thing is you have to find an actor who really in himself, within himself feels the ambiguity of being a man. And I knew him, and when he was young, he also was into role playing a little bit of, playing, actually, you should ask him more than me. But I felt that he had this sensitivity, and I could convince him, And during the shoot, what was very interesting is that he discovered the female side during the shoot, and he did it so brilliantly. And I think it's an Oscar-worthy role that he played. He did it just, you have to see the movie, it's just beautiful.
So apart from one incident that you shared, you inspired with that, you might have met few more people who are into this LGBT community. So
what's interesting is when we started the movie, it wasn't such a big hype, like 10 years ago, and during the shoot, it evolved like an international thing, and we finished the first version of the movie, which was like 50 minutes long, about 5 years ago. And it was at some festival, it was shown at festivals, and I got approached by distributors who said, if this movie was 90-minute movie, we would distribute it. So then we found the co-producer, a guy who put in some money, and we finished it basically. So that's, and then the movie got screened at the Govt Film Festival. It got screened in Berlin, and that's where we met Manoj, the distributor, and he brought it to India, which we are very happy to show it here.
Okay, so from 50 minutes to 90 minutes. So after increasing the length of the movie, what exactly changed in the film actually? So it's a 40 more minutes.
That's a good question, because I think when the movie was finished in the 50-minute version, we looked at it and we weren't really happy. There was just the depth of the character was missing, and all these elements that were missing, we were able to add in the other part that we shot additionally.
Okay. So when you came to India, how did you get connected to Manoj ji for this release?
He saw the movie in Gone, when we screened it in Gone, and he approached me, and we were very surprised that somebody from India would approach us, and then I met him, and it was like an instant connection. He said, "We like it. It's a very special movie. It's very well done. We will show it in India." And we thought, at the beginning, it's not real. It can't be. And then eventually, we started to talk about what conditions and what he needs, and there's this rating board here in India which is really strong, so a couple of scenes we had to adjust and blur because you can show nudity in Swiss cinemas. Here it's a little different, so that's why we had to adjust it.
Yeah, so you have made certain changes for our India market?
Yeah.
Specific.
Yeah, we had to cut out one scene, about 30 seconds, we had to cut out completely. And this is difficult because then you have to match the audit, the editing for the music and everything. But it worked in the end. Some scenes are blurred, which I don't like too much, but it's the way it is.
Because the Indian censor board might have
more strict. Yeah, exactly.
Because such kind of theme and such kind of scenes. Yeah. So how do you consider India as a market for the film viewers, especially? You must have your own analysis.
Yeah, it's in Europe. In Europe, it's kind of easier to predict what people like and don't like. And here, I have absolutely no idea how it's perceived by the Indian public. I went to the film bazaar like pretty much a year ago, and we did a couple of screenings, and people really liked it, But we showed this movie at the Berlin Film Festival. Was it this year or last year? I don't remember. This year. Yeah, this year. And the reaction from the public was really strong. There were some, especially women liked it a lot. They really cried. They came out crying. They hugged us and said, this is my story, and it's not their story, but it's a story about somebody that is damaged from the inside and tries to heal himself.
I know some of the people I can't name on this public platform actually, but even I realize something has done. I don't have the right word actually for them actually. So and you have also experienced being with such kind of people.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think when I was young, it wasn't really that common to play out the female side, basically. But I sensed in some of my friends, we have big parties, we dress up as women, basically as a joke. But it kind of felt good, You feel when you're able to live out your female side, it feels good, basically. And that's, that sentiment is a little, it's implicated in that film a little bit.
So, you have any plan to make a film specifically for the Indian market in future?
Absolutely, yes. When I met Manos, and I met him, we were here last year. It's actually the first time I came to India. And what I would love to do is to make a story that connects Swiss culture and Indian culture. And I came up with a storyline that I'm not going to tell you now, but it would be nice to do that, to connect the two. I mean, a lot of Indians come to Switzerland to shoot in the Swiss mountains, But it's the Bollywood thing, But I want to do, basically, it's not really a drama, but it's a nice, I think I came up with a good story. Maybe it happens, who knows.
India has opened the market for every language actually. That's the best part, especially for the English language movies.
Yes.
And we have seen so many Hollywood movies, English movies, that 140 crore citizens of this country. It's one of the biggest market, in fact, as a viewers are concerned.
They really? Okay.
So, and English is one of the most accepted language here.
Oh, okay.
So you can see the kind of, the expansion plan you can have in India actually.
Good.
So, can you think of having your own center, one of the production house here in India? Because we are known for one of the biggest producers of films.
Yeah. I could very well imagine that, yeah. But I think what I would have to do is to come here and live here for a year or two, to really get to know you know, what Indian people are about. You really have to connect with all levels of Indian culture, you know, and then get into it. And I can't make a movie right now about India. I would dare to do one that connects the two culture, but just to do a movie here, I would have to live here, I think, a certain time. Yeah.
So in the initial days when you were a kid or teenage kind of, when you met such kind of people, kind of character that you saw in people. So what was your first thought process about them? The anger or the sympathy? What was?
It's the sympathy. Absolutely, it's the sympathy. I think it's really the sympathy to get into the depth of the character and get out the nice things. I think it's also the message of the movie that whatever you feel like, whatever is authentic to your character, if you live that, it's basically at the end of the movie. There's this kind of like the culmination of the movie is that whatever you feel like, if you don't hurt anybody, but it feels right for you, then it's right. You know?
Such kind of people always say it's a nature what have done something different for them, and it's not them who can change themselves or their thought process, or just nature is responsible for making such kind of people.
Absolutely.
So what is your observation while writing this story? So.
It's a difficult question, I think. It's really a difficult question. I can't really answer it. I think as long as it feels authentic to you, and then I think it's right for the society as well. And I think society have to open up to these people, you know. It's not just male and female, it's also something in between, you know. I think all of us, maybe you, me, we all have the female side and vice versa, you know. It just depends on how much you live it.
India is still not really open to accept such kind of people in society.
Yeah.
Not still fully open.
Is it in India as well? Not really?
No. It's not widely open in society actually. But since things are existing, we can't deny it.
Exactly.
I don't know about the legal things, what is as per government law, but in a society, as a common man, I can say it's not widely accepted, such kind of thing. So what film is trying to give a message to the audience of
this film? You know, as I said, you know, once you feel that you're different, once you discover the other side, so to speak, and you accept it, and you can implement it in your character. I mean, the journey, once you see the film, it goes through this whole journey and ends another man than he was at the beginning. I think that's basically the message also of the film. Once you accept it, and you accept that it's part of yourself, then it's true and valid, you know, for society as well. I mean, it's an extreme, you know. It's not a caricature. I can't say caricature of this figure exactly, but it's somebody that is allowing himself to fall into this role, you know. And the transition actually happens very slowly, and I think that's the great thing about this movie, that it's very small steps that leads to it. It's not like a moment that you wake up and you're a different person. It's a very gradual transition, basically.
So you must have seen, I hope, in Bollywood movies. If not, then why not? And then if yes, then which was the movie? Bollywood movie.
You mean if I would make another movie, or?
No. You have seen the movie? Bollywood movie? Any Bollywood movie so far?
Bollywood, yeah. I've seen some movies in movie theaters. I saw a movie. What was the name of the movie? About three girls who take motorcycles across a hill. I think it was famous last year. They're on motorcycles, and it's.
Sayara, you were saying?
I don't recall the name. It was actually quite good. The difference, I think, in India is that movies are made probably much quicker than we make movies. You know, we take the lighting and everything very serious, and I think here it's more spontaneous. You know, it feels. You know, we take great care of lighting, and And I think, but I can't really say because I haven't seen too many English movies.
Actually, once you come and meet people here, you will come to know what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, what exactly you would like to say to the audience, because releasing this Friday only? Any message for the audience for this film?
For the audience, I think if you're ready to experience a deep inner an experience that takes you to another place, go to see this movie. Yeah, that I can say. And you won't be disappointed, I think. I really like it. I think it's one of the best movies I ever made.
And thank you so much for giving your precious time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And all the very best for the grand success.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Hello, my name is Simon Aeby. I'm the writer, director, and producer of Diary of a Woman. And please go to see the movie and you won't be disappointed.